You know what's strange? Some of the most intelligent, emotionally aware people you'll ever meet are also some of the most exhausted. But if you ask them why, they won't point to a long day of work or physical labor. They are exhausted because their mind is a marathon runner that doesn't know where the finish line is. While the rest of the world has the off switch, for them the lights are always on. They replay conversations that ended hours ago, searching for a hidden meaning. In a single word, they map out complex scenarios for a future that may never arrive. They lie awake at 2 a.m., not because something went wrong, but because their brain refuses to stop asking, what if? This isn't just a habit, it's a psychological paradox. Today on Shift Logic, we're diving deep into the dark architecture of overthinking. We'll explore what's actually happening in your brain, why this survival trait develops, and what it truly reveals about your hidden strengths. Part 1. The science of maladaptive rumination. In the world of clinical psychology, this isn't just thinking too much. Researchers call it maladaptive rumination. It's a cognitive pattern where the mind circles back to the same thought loops repeatedly, especially around uncertainty, past mistakes, or social interactions. Studies out of Yale and the University of Michigan have consistently shown that people who ruminate aren't doing so because they're weak or inherently anxious. In many cases, it's because their brain is exceptionally good at pattern recognition. Your mind is like a high-powered radar system, always scanning, always processing, always looking for a threat to neutralize or a problem to solve. The problem isn't your intelligence. It's that the system never receives the signal to stop. Your brain is essentially an elite soldier still fighting a war that ended years ago. Part 2. The biological engine, the CEO versus the monologue. To understand this, we have to look at the biology. Neurologically, this comes down to a structure called the prefrontal cortex. Think of this as the CEO of your brain, responsible for planning, analysis, and self-reflection. In overthinkers, this region stays highly active even during what should be downtime. While others can sit in silence, your prefrontal cortex is drafting responses to emails you haven't even received yet. Meanwhile, another system called the default mode networks the brain's background processing system keeps generating an endless internal monologue. The result? A mind that is essentially always online. You are auditing your own life in real time, 24/7. This constant auditing is what leads to that deep, soul-crushing fatigue that sleep alone cannot fix. But where does this start? For a large number of overthinkers, the habit begins in childhood or adolescence. It often develops in environments where outcomes felt unpredictable. If you grew up in a household where moods shifted without warning, or where a small mistake led to a massive consequence, your young brain learned a very logical survival strategy: hypervigilance. You learned that if you could predict every move, if you could anticipate every mood, you could protect yourself from pain. In this light, overthinking isn't a flaw, it's an adaptation. It is a very smart nervous system doing exactly what it was trained to do to keep you safe. You didn't choose to be an overthinker, you were trained to be a strategist by a world that felt uncertain. But now, as an adult, that same strategy is what's keeping you from enjoying the peace you finally earned. There's another reason why it's so hard to stop the illusion of mental progress. When you run through a scenario, in your head analyzing every angle, your brain releases small amounts of dopamine. Why? Because the brain mistakes thinking for solving. Even if you haven't actually fixed the problem, the act of analyzing it feels productive. This is why telling someone to just stop thinking about it is neurologically naive. Your brain has a chemical incentive to keep looping. It's addicted to the feeling of being busy. Furthermore, research from 2013 shows that this overactive engine is linked to cognitive empathy. Overthinkers are on average more sensitive to social nuances. They are the ones who notice the unspoken tension in a room or the subtle change in a friend's tone. You are remarkably perceptive, but perception without a release valve is a heavy burden to carry. The quiet truth that psychology keeps circling back to is this: the mind cannot think its way out of every problem. Some things have to be felt, some have to be decided, and many have to be released. You don't need to fix your brain, you need to change your relationship with it. Instead of becoming the thought, become the observer. When the loop starts, don't fight it, just label it. Say, my brain is generating a concern right now. This simple shift, known as cognitive diffusion, gives you the distance you need to breathe. Your mind is a powerful tool, but it was never meant to be your master. The challenge isn't to stop the thinking entirely. The challenge is to teach that brilliant, active Mind that it is finally safe enough to rest. You've done enough. You've thought enough. It's okay to come back to the present. Don't overthink. Just hit the subscribe button to join our community on Shift Logic.